Hi there, this is David and welcome to another crowdsourced video detailing my Discord server's top 10 RPGs that they are most looking forward to in 2022. All of these games were submitted and voted upon by my Discord server, and as always, this is a pretty popular thing, so if you want to take part too, be sure to come and join the Discord. Please keep in mind this is not my opinion, but it's the opinion of the server. So join and become part of the fun as we look at a lot of these different trailers and go ahead and get started. Number 10, submitted by Fat Moogle and receiving 15 votes, is Monarch for the PS4, PS5, Switch, and PC. Monarch takes place within Shin Mikado Academy, where a barrier separates the campus from the outside world. Worse yet, a madness-inducing mist covers most of the school grounds, as well as 7 pack-bearers ruled by their ego, which are represented by the 7 deadly sins. You, yourself, are granted the authority of vanity, a power that lives off of the player's ego and madness. The game's gonna have 4 buddy characters, each with their own routes and endings, and you fight in a tactical turn-based battle system similar to something like Lost Dimension. Interestingly, 2 OGs from the SMT series are working on this game, so as a fan myself, I am excited to see what it has in store for us. Number 9, submitted by Jeffrey K and receiving 23 votes, is Fourspoken for the PS5 and PC. Personally, I'm excited for Square Enix to finally have a new IP that isn't a regurgitation of Dragon Warrior, Final Fantasy, and Kingdom Hearts. The protagonist Frey uses a mix of a Geomancer and Black Mage's abilities as she moves throughout the world of Althea, and while we have all seen our fair share of swords and sorcery, this seems to challenge the norm by providing a different story experience. The visuals and music shown are fantastic, and I'm sure that it's going to become a strong performer for Square Enix and provide players with a unique experience to a fantasy universe. Number 8, submitted by Corvus Caw and receiving 28 votes, is Metal Slug Tactics for the Switch and PC. This game takes the classic SNK run and gun series and tosses it into an entirely new genre, strategy. Back in the day, I would go to arcades and play Metal Slug 2, and the vivid art style and fast-paced combat of the games were incredible to me in the 90s, and it drew me in. But as video games evolved, Metal Slug games just didn't. The franchise faded into obscurity until now. With a different genre, there is a chance for Tarma, Theo, and the others to kick some ass again, and I, for one, am excited to see how this is going to pan out. Number 7, submitted by John and Gels and receiving 42 votes, is Trails from Zero for the PS4, Switch, and PC. It's about time that the Crossbow duology got an official translation. I Let's Played the games a few years back on the channel when they were first unofficially translated for the PSP, but this version is even better than the PSP and PC versions that we had previously since it has all new added content. Many fans consider that the Crossbow games to be the best ones in the series, and I tend to agree, so be sure to catch up on Lloyd's adventures with the SSS and see how it ties in with the first 2 Cold Steel games also. Number 6, submitted by Victor and receiving 44 votes, is Digimon Survive for the PS4, PC, Switch, and Xbox. The Digimon games have really made a name for themselves recently. They're no longer just Pokemon clones. Many times they're actually better, because while Pokemon has kind of stagnated, Digimon has evolved with the times, and in a good way. This entry, though, is a tactical RPG of sorts, in the same vein as Final Fantasy Tactics or Fire Emblem. This is a first for the series, so it's pretty exciting, because they always try to do something new even if it flops, and it's nice to see that kind of risk-taking in today's market of companies only making a game if they know for a fact that it's going to sell well. Number 5, submitted by Tantasian and Alcast and receiving 48 votes, is Elden Ring for the PS4, PS5, Xbox, and PC. When this groundbreaking title was announced in 2019, I swear, the whole world stood in silence, and I was with all of them, mouth agape, drool slowly sliding out, completely breathless. From Software have not had a single major title miss since 2009. Game of Thrones author George R.R. Martin actually wrote most of the game's world building and lore. From what we know, it has an adequately sized open world filled with events, areas, and exploration. and it will focus on conquering realms and the ability to learn worldly abilities from the enemies of each kingdom. Number 4, submitted by Ace Berserker AJ and receiving 57 votes, is Pokemon Legends Arcus for the Switch. As part of Pokemon's 25th anniversary announcement, Pokemon Legends Arcus serves as a prequel to the recently released Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Straying from the norms of the series, it's actually an action RPG set in the Sinnoh region of the past, based upon 19th century Japan, back whenever it was known as the Haisu region. Nintendo has stated that the goal of the game is to create the region's first Pokédex by capturing them all directly on the overworld map with wooden Pokeballs. Normally, I'm not really one to go for Pokemon, but this change in formula seems to be pretty cool. Number 3, submitted by Power Panda and Matt the 14th, and receiving 64 votes, is Sea of Stars for the PS4, PC, Switch, and Xbox One. I played the demo back in August of 2020, and ever since then, all I can do is wait impatiently. I know that there's a lot of old school RPG fans watching here. This game incorporates all the good elements from Breath of Fire 3, Chrono Trigger, and Super Mario RPG. I just found myself fawning over everything. It's beautiful to witness. The soundtrack is deeply satisfying, and the combat is wonderfully tactical. The game's created by Sabotage Studios, who developed The Messenger, which quickly rose above the pack of indie platformers to become something truly special. Number 2, submitted by King Urameshi, Toolman, and Professor Olsen, and receiving 66 votes, is Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes for the PS4, PS5, PC, Switch, and Xbox. Isn't it nice whenever a classic RPG makes a comeback? This is Suikoden in all but name, and it's made in that HD 2D style of Octopath Traveler, whose graphical style was a huge influence to the developers. The themes of nations at war, blurred lines, friendship, and family all seem to be there. The combat looks great, keeping the quick style and variety of battles while also introducing new elements like background interactions. Give me a castle, some recruitment, customization, a community of NPCs, and some more adult themes of war, sacrifice, and choice, and I will be here to buy it. Number 1, submitted by Black Box and Co the Mad and receiving 67 votes, is Star Ocean: The Divine Force for the PS4, PS5, Xbox, and PC. Star Ocean as a franchise can be rather hit or miss. Some entries are great, while others are abysmally lacking in anything resembling value. But from the short trailer, we can see that there will likely be a return to world traveling and an increased emphasis on exploration in level design, especially since you can dash through the air and float around. Combat is fast-paced with characters dashing around and jumping. It's just a return to form with real private actions, 2 protagonists with different stories, and optional characters, just like in the best one, Star Ocean 2. Well, that's it for the top 10 RPGs that my server is most looking forward to in 2022. We do have quite a few more honorable mentions though. The Shadowrun Trilogy, Atelier Sophie 2, The Alchemist of the Mysterious Dream, and Kingdoms of the Dump. What JRPGs are you looking forward to in 2022? Let me know in the comments, and I hope that you did enjoy this video. And if you want to take part in future top 10s, come and join the Discord channel to make your voice be heard too. I'm also over on the Twitch for some streaming fun, and you can please consider supporting me over on Patreon for early access to my videos and some behind the scenes content. The link to them all can be found in the video description as well as the comments. I do hope to see you there. And as always, if you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day.